you.
Joy, before we get started today, today is the 50th anniversary of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, who was assassinated on this day 50 years ago at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. Dr. King is he gets labeled as a civil rights leader. Dr. King was one of the greatest leaders in history, mostly important American history. And although a lot of what he dreamed and he had hoped America would be, some has come to fruition, we still have a lot of ground to cover. Things are better than what they were, but we still have a lot of work to do.
I'd say Martin Luther King paid the ultimate price for his protest. We've seen a lot of protests recently, but this was the ultimate price. And for me, from my seat, he's right up there in impact on this country's future with Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, one of the great orators ever, definitely of the 20th century.
Very well said, guys. Well, good morning, and let's get started. Let's start with a big move by the Patriots. New England shocked a lot of people yesterday when they traded Brandin Cooks to the Rams for the 23rd overall pick in the draft. Additional picks were also involved in the deal. In his one season with the Patriots, Cooks was second on the team in catches, receiving yards, and touchdown receptions. The Patriots now have 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks in the draft. So, Shannon, you like the move for New England?
Skip, I'm going to have to answer it like this. Today, as I sit here, I do not like the move because I believe they got worse today than they were yesterday. It's hard for me to believe that they can select someone at 23 that's going to give them better production than what Brandin Cooks did. See, Brandin Cooks is a known commodity. We know what he'll do. 1,000 yards in receiving. Only Randy Moss has more before his 25th birthday. Randy had 4. Brandin Cooks has 3. So we know he is a known commodity. 23rd, the 31st, well, the 23rd, the one they got from the Rams, we don't know the player that they're going to select, and we don't know what he'll be. So 50% of the draft picks, turn out to be bust. Brandin Cooks is far from that. So we know what he is, Skip. But here's the thing. This is what the Patriots do. The Patriots have a number for whatever position you play. And if you go above that number, Skip, they're going to move on without you. Now, see, what has happened, and I fought Tom Brady, and I don't fault Tom Brady for a lot, but I fought him for this. And this is why they love him, but they hate that he did this. Tom Brady has always taken less than market value for his position, Skip. And so Coach Belichick can always fall back on, if the greatest player in our franchise history, arguably the greatest player in NFL history, will play for less than market value, how does Brandin Cooks, how does any other player go to the Patriots and say, I want market value? But what it had now, tomorrow, I might feel differently. Skip, they got the tackle. They got the bait to go big fish hunting now. Because they got 5 of the top 95 selections in this NFL draft. The Giants have made it abundantly clear what it would take for us to entertain an offer for Odell Beckham. Do they move these picks and go get a quarterback? If Tom Brady didn't like Jimmy Garoppolo, he's going to hate that move. So as I sit here right now, Skip, I don't love it. Ask me tomorrow or 2 weeks from now when they do something with this bait that they have, then I might like it. But I think they're worse off today than they were yesterday.
Joy, I had a preconceived plan of attack, and I'm about to scrap it because of one thing my partner just said that really ticked me off, and I did not see it coming.
What happened?
Did you just take a gratuitous shot at Tom Brady for taking a hometown discount to play for the Patriots?
No. But here's the thing. I don't have a problem if he does that, Skip. But what it does, it set a chain of events in motion that everybody else must play for less money than what they're worth because he did it.
It's America. You can do whatever you want to do. And if you want to maximize your chances to win a Super Bowl for you, God bless you.
Yes.
That's what Tom Brady keeps doing, a la Tim Duncan in San Antonio. I'll take less so we can have a better team around me.
If you don't mind me asking, what are they doing with the money? If they're not paying Tom, they're not paying Brandin Cooks, they're not paying this guy, they're not paying, what are they doing with the money? See, that's what Tom's saying.
And that's a very good question. And that is why, once again, I'm starting to smell a rat.
Stop it!
And his name is Bill Belichick. And I did it. I called him maybe a rat because this quote-unquote rat Belichick got ordered to trade Jimmy G at a point that he was ready to push Tom Brady into the backdoor sunset. And he responded by giving away Jimmy G to the 49ers for a mere second-round pick, which Belichick now has in his back pocket. And, by the way, he gave away the other quarterback, too.
Jacoby Brissett.
He just gave him away. And then he did not play Malcolm Butler for a single snap in the,
Will you ever forgive him for
Super
that?
Bowl. Well, meanwhile, Nick Foles, the guy you have no respect for, was hanging 41 on Belichick's defense. And it just felt a little sabotagey to me because clearly Bill got his wrist slapped by the owner, Robert Kraft. And Bill responded, in my view, by saying, okay, watch this. I won't play my best defensive player, the guy who played the most snaps on defense, Malcolm Butler, for the entire Super Bowl. And Tom, good luck to you. Let's see what you can do. And all Tom did was throw for a playoff game record 505 yards and put up 33 points, but it wasn't 42 points because Belichick was giving up 41. The genius Belichick gave up 41.
Skip.
And so here we go again, and I'm with you. Brandin Cooks is a really good football player.
Yeah.
You know, you just look, he's a productive wideout. And again, I like what the Rams did. I can't love it because I thought Odell was going to be a Super Bowl here we come move if they pull that one off, because it would create like Hollywood over-the-top momentum for the Rams, who have already made some big splashes in free agency. Obviously, Sue and Talib, Marcus Peters, added to Wade Phillips' defense. But here we go with a Brandin Cooks, because they lost Sammy Watkins, and Brandin Cooks is a better Sammy Watkins. He's just more productive, and he's more durable than Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, hard to believe a guy that size is more durable than Sammy Watkins, who's 6'2", 220.
That is correct. But Odell would have arrived in Hollywood with more baggage than you could put in an airport limo, right?
Yep.
And so, again, our man Eric Dickerson, the Rambassador, is saying, man, I don't know about Odell. Do we really want to throw that volatility into our mix? Correct. So, okay, I'm good with that because you got a really solid player who's durable, who hasn't missed a game for the last 3 years. And all of a sudden, even this move vaults the Rams, to me, into the catbird seat in the NFC. I think they're the best team in the NFC. They should be favored now to go to the Super Bowl.
They're going for it. Now, I'm not ready to go sabotagey yet. Now, if you trade Gronk, then I might be on you. I'm going to get in the car with you and drive.
There are mixed reports about that.
Right.
Maybe, maybe not. Is Gronk on the trading block? Right. But if he does that, now again, if you can go get another Gronk, but you'd say that's impossible.
No,
there is no other Gronk, right?
No.
And obviously he's got his injury issues a la Sammy Watkins.
Right.
But if let's just say for hypotheticals, if you lose Gronk and then you don't replace Brandin Cooks and you force Tom Brady to come back with Julian Edelman and Malcolm Mitchell, who both missed all last season with injuries,
right,
and Chris Hogan, who missed 7 games last year with a shoulder injury.
And that's what we know about Hogan, Skip.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been productive since he's been in New England, but he's always nicked.
Okay.
Always. And when the Patriots set a price, be it running back, wide receiver, no matter what the position, Skip, if you ask for $1 over that price, they move on without you. This is why Deion Lewis is not there, who's very productive. Amendola was one of their clutch receivers. He's not there because Coach Belichick says, this is where I'm going to go. Now, Amendola had taken pay cuts, the last 3 years? Yeah. Chandler Jones, he was going to commit, he wanted market value. Now, he had that incident, but Chandler Jones has been nothing but unbelievable. You think they could have used Chandler Jones in the Super Bowl, Skip? Could they have used a guy of that caliber? And that's what happened. Now, if they replace Brandin Cooks with an Odell Beckham, now what we've seen from the Patriots and how they do business, Skip, we've seen guys at other places be malcontents, be a problem, be it Randy Moss, be it Corey Dillon, be it Ocho Cinco. But when they go to this establishment, they are the model citizen. Okay. And I don't think Odell would have a problem fitting in. Now, he might not like it. It's not L.A. It's not New York. No. And Odell has found out, Skip, I don't need to win to be Odell because I've had most of my greatest moments have come in losses, and they still shout my name. They still come to see me in pregame warm-ups. So I can be me in a team sport. He found out he can be an individual without having team success and still reap the rewards of someone that's winning. Okay.
So let's do the hypothetical. Okay. Would the Giants take the 23rd overall and the 31st overall, which Bill Belichick now has, straight up for Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yeah.
I think they would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, would Bill Belichick just rent him for 1 year
No,
and
he'd
just
be
go
foolish
for
to do-
broke?
No,
Okay.
you
Well,
can't give him two
then he
first-round
might be foolish to acquire him because Odell is on record as saying he doesn't want top receiver money. He wants top quarterback money.
Well, he ain't getting
wants,
that.
Okay. Well, but that's what you're going to have to contend with. And by the way, Brandin Cooks wanted Sammy Watkins money, which was 3 years, $48 million with 30 guaranteed, which is sort of standard wide receiver fare now.
You see what the price is going for the wide receiver?
Okay, yeah.
It's skyrocketing.
Okay, so Belichick gets rid of Brandin Cooks the year before he's going to have to pay Brandin Cooks. Okay, I'm fine with that, but you got to pay somebody something.
Yeah.
You got to get Brady somebody who can catch it.
I mean,
Right.
you're pinning an awful lot of hopes on a guy coming back off of ACLs. And I know, look, Julian Edelman has been unbelievable. Skip, he's not Jerry Rice. So,
Thank you. Thank you. I've been trying to say that.
How do you get rid of Cooks and Amendola and you say, okay, well, Edelman's back. We good. Really?
Malcolm Mitchell's back. We good. No, you're not.
You don't, they're injured, Skip, so you don't know. And it's normally the year after that the player returns to his old self. Now, I mean, you get the anomalies like Adrian Peterson. Tears his ACL in December, and he comes back and rushed for almost 2,100 yards with MVP. That's an anomaly. Most players take a full year to recover, and then the second year, after the injury, they're better.
Okay, so once upon a time, Bill Belichick shocked me. He acquired Randy Moss.
Yes.
But he got him on the cheap. It's buy low, sell high, you know. So he bought really low because he got him for a 4th-round pick from a Raiders team and an Al Davis who just were done with him because he had quit on the Raiders. So they were like,
Because didn't they give him a first to get him? I think Oakland gave him a first to get Randy. Yeah.
Okay, so New England gives up a 4 to get him, and he goes in and history happened.
You're right.
He catches 23 touchdown passes, still the record in the National Football League, and Brady threw what was then a record 50 touchdown passes. So they had an historic season that year, right? So that was the one time that Belichick went out and got a star, but he didn't have to pay much for the star. And then a year later, they paid Randy Moss, just mediocre receiver. Maybe it's because I'm going back 11 years, but they gave him $14 million the first year and then only $6.5 million the second year. Well, that's not going to break your bank.
No.
Like Odell, I don't know what you're going to have to do.
Odell, you're going to have to be somewhere around the Antonio Brown money. So you know what that
20?
is. Yeah.
Get up to 20?
I think he got like almost 60 guaranteed.
All right.
So Odell's going to want at least that, maybe a little more. See, Coach Belichick has this thing. What he does, Skip, he'll like buy something, and you know he got it from the discount shop. He'll polish it up. You know he paid less than what it's worth. But then he'll turn around and try to sell it to you for like $20 million. Like, hold on. I just saw you buy that at the discount at the thrift store.
Yep.
But that's what he does.
Yep.
Think about it. What he did with Brandin Cooks is that he rented him for a year and moved up 8 more spots because he gave up the 32nd round pick to acquire him, and he just traded him for the 23rd.
Yep.
So that's how he does business.
Okay, but that's like Los Angeles real estate. I know this market really well.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, right now we could sell our house for $6 million. And then you're going to do what? You got to go buy another house for $8 million,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so you got a sweet deal for Brandin Cooks. Well, you need another Brandin Cooks, right? For what? What are you going to?
Right.
How are you going to snap your? Are you going to draft somebody at 23? Well, I don't know. I don't love any of these receivers, and I've looked hard at them.
No.
Kind of like DJ Moore. Would that be? That would help Tom.
And when you look at the draft,
yeah.
Coach Belichick has not done good with the receivers.
No.
Chad Jackson, 2nd round pick last of the year. Aaron Dobson.
Good. He's swung and missed a bunch.
And that's the thing. Because think about it. He traded for Amendola. He traded for Randy Moss. He traded for Wes Welker. If he thought Edelman
was a 7th round quarterback.
Exactly. If he thought he was any good, he'd have took him higher.
All right, so speaking of quarterbacks, this is where I'm going to be outraged. And this would not be Belichickian, but what if, as there's rampant speculation, that he packages up 23 and 31 in the first round and throws in that Garoppolo pick, which is the 43rd pick overall. That would add up in the old Jimmy Johnson equation, you know, the draft equation of draft cash, so to speak, to trade up. Then you could trade all the way up to 4th by Jimmy Johnson's measurements. Okay, so if you went up to 4th, you would be looking for the next Tom Brady, right?
Hold on. Now, Tom called his dad on FaceTime when he was in Israel. about Jimmy G, who was a second-round pick. Can you imagine? He gonna say, Daddy, you see what Bill did? He traded for a quarterback. Make him stop.
Well, that's fine. You can trade for the future. It could be 2 or 3 years down the road. I still think Brady's going to play 4 more years, but that's just me. But the problem's going to be you're still not replacing Brandin Cooks. You're not drafting anybody or acquiring anybody under this scenario because you're giving up a whole lot of firepower, a whole lot of your stockpile.
Coach Belichick says I'm replacing the guy that I wanted to replace
You wanted to
last
replace him.
year.
Okay.
That's who I'm going to replace.
All right. So if you trade Gronk right now, what could you get? Could you get a first?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
First.
He's damaged goods, man. He's
You know,
scary.
I mean, he's lost weight. He's training with Alex Guerrero.
Yep.
I have no problem, Skip, because the strongest mind, the strongest muscle in an athlete's body is his mind.
All right.
Skip, it's not his hamstring. It doesn't matter that Alex Guerrero is not medically trained from Harvard or he doesn't have citations. It doesn't matter. Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski believes that he provides something for them. I just want Gronk to understand, you played a different position than Tom Brady. You need to lift weights. Now, Tom Brady says he don't need chest, and he doesn't. He doesn't need biceps, and he doesn't need triceps. But you do.
He laughs at his biceps.
Yeah, I laugh at him too. Yeah, I laugh at him too.
Well, do you laugh at 505 in the Super Bowl?
I would do it and clap at that L.
Wouldn't you like to have some,
No!
like your Denver quarterback throw for 505?
No.
Wouldn't John Elway have dreamed of throwing 505 in the Super Bowl?
Take the L.
Huh?
What I want to take that L for? I couldn't. I stayed home late for the Eagles. They were celebrating. Oh, Nick Foles came and put the trophy right up on the bar, Joy. They give me one of them hot doves over there for everybody.
They remembered that you picked against them?
Yeah. They say, Shady, we know you was on our side deep down.
Deep down.
Deep down.
It's called CYA, as in covering your bases.
Yeah.
Right? Covering your bases.
Skip, I don't like the move because I don't see the replacement that's on the roster. Now, they had a receiver that played well. Say he caught like 35, 40 balls last year. And you can say, you know what? I can see him moving in, stepping in for Brandin Cooks' position. But we don't. And do you think they can get a receiver at 23 in the draft that's going to give them production next year?
No.
I mean, what Brandon gave last year? No.
I don't think, unless I'm missing on. DJ Moore is really good, the Maryland kid. I don't know if you watch him, but every time I turned on my TV, he leaped off my screen because he plays football fast.
Right.
So that would be the only one where I'd say maybe I would give it a shot. But you know how Tom Brady is with young receivers. It takes a while to get on his page and for him to trust them, and he trusted Brandin Cooks.
Yes.
So, to me, back to the quarterback dilemma in New England. I don't think there is a dilemma because what do I see? I see Brady playing 3 or 4, I think 4 more years. I really like Brian Hoyer. He's still there. They've got him for $915,000. Brian Hoyer is pretty good.
No, he's not.
Brian Hoyer started 37 NFL games.
Probably lost 30 of them.
No, he hasn't. He's 16-21. And for him to be playing all those bad teams and have won 16
because he's bad.
He is pretty good. He's thrown 42 touchdowns to 26 interceptions. That's not that bad. My point is, he started with Brady and Belichick in New England, right? For 3 years, he learned the Patriot way under the greatest quarterback teacher ever, Tom Brady.
What about the coach? You see what you did there, Skip? I saw what you did.
Yeah.
Oh, he learned from the greatest teacher, Tom Brady. And you failed to mention.
Did you see what just happened with Jimmy G? You don't think he went to Brady school?
He went to Coach Belichick school.
Oh, stop.
Oh, that Belichickian.
Yeah,
you got
Belichickian, he coaches the defense.
Machiavellian.
Tom coached the offense.
You got Machiavellian and you got Belichickian.
You do, and they're very similar.
The Dark Prince.
Yes, that is correct. So, the point is, if Belichick wants to stay put with that 43rd overall pick, which is 11 picks into the second round,
high pick,
and he wants to take any of the next tier of quarterbacks, Mason Rudolph, the Oklahoma State kid that Joel Klaff's going to be on with us a little later, or that Kyle Laletta from Richmond, who I watched in the Senior Bowl, and he's got some game, and that Luke Falk at Washington State, he's pretty good.
Nah,
okay, if you take one of those because you think you got a diamond in the Jimmy G rough, that's fine with me. Then you're looking down the road and you're going to develop a third quarterback. But you're set at quarterback. You're not set at receiver because Tom Brady needs some help.
Coach Belichick says, I'm not set. And you don't get to set Coach Belichick's agenda.
Yeah.
He knows what he needs. He needs a quarterback. and he gonna move up. He got the bait to go big fish.
Well, so you're saying he should? You think he should move up in the top 5 and get?
You know to catch big fish, what you got to use, Skip?
Yeah.
You got to use big bait, and he got big bait now. 2 first rounders, 2 twos, and a third.
So he's going to spend the bait with which he could lure a receiver on a quarterback that he does not need for 3 or 4 more
Oh,
years.
he needed probably after next year.
After next year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Last year,
After next
when
year.
Tom Brady won the regular season MVP and threw for 505 in the Super Bowl.
But I didn't think that Mr. Kraft would undercut my argument by doing what Coach Belichick and I had planned all along.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Belichick had this thing mapped out. He knew how he wanted to be, Skip. He doesn't want Tom Brady to all of a sudden retire or whatever happens, and he's left holding the bag. He wants something in the bag. He can't have the bag and then fumble the bag, Skip. Right now, he has the bag with Tom Brady. But if Tom Brady walks away tomorrow, then what? Brian Hoyer. You want me to go try to win Super Bowl 53 with Brian Hoyer? Really?
Well,
Yes.
I mean, the Super
if
Bowl was
need
won
be,
by Nick
yes,
Foles.
you could. Yeah.
And
Nick Foles, Brian.
Skip Bailey, don't do Skip Bailey. Put your hands down. You gonna talk about Nick Foles, Brian Hoyer, Nick Foles? You know what, Skip Bailey?
Which side of the mouth are you speaking out of? You told me that Nick Foles was just a backup, and I kept saying, no, he's not.
But
and trust me, Brian Hoyer is not just a backup.
What Pro Bowl Brian Hoyer ever went to?
I don't know. I've seen him play some really good regular season
Yeah, I
games.
believe it's hold on. But he under 500, remember? That's what you love to point out. That when somebody's like under 500, you'll list that. How many games
Like
he played?
third cousins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You list that under 500.
Yeah, 5 games under 500.
And what's Brian Hoyer?
He's 5 games, 6 games under 500. But I'm not saying. Did he get what would Kirk Cousins get? $100 million?
Brian Hoyer been on like 15 teams.
He has not.
Yeah, he has.
Been on 1, 2,
3, 4, 5. They're only 32. I mean, what are you trying to do?
and every one of them was bad. Every one of them was bad.
He was bad.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
What team he made better?
Cleveland. He had some big wins at Cleveland. He did. Well, I'll never forget that Thursday night game at Cincinnati when Cincinnati was riding high, and Brian Hoyer just threw a party on him.
He must be playing the 80s with O'Brien Cypher, Ozzie Newsome, Reggie Rutledge.
Will it be another cakewalk through the East for LeBron? We'll discuss that next.